Now, let's look at Akhenaten's one God theory. Some Africanists believe that the story of this pharaoh, Akhenaten, was what inspired the biblical story of Moses. Bible de wo se wotena se na wudi kodi a wanhwa obo bete ubewu na me ka kire wo me se niama wo plain sight o eniama did like plain sight. Happy birthday to you nkrofo we yo munim nyansa sei se nka nye day na ye date na bibi foforo wo ho anka mo nka happy birthday da ni nyina kwa na besi day na e day na o no ma aye ne masquerade na yen aso yasom ne yedi hunehuna ye ho and I could do planet we are na obi hwini mu free wusie and I don't understand us nti yen ase ebi believe is Akhenaten ana Akhenaten ebi sa na ebi muka the story no mu use ye e wo Moses ho. But you see, Obroni was exposed to a massive legend about an African king. Nkrofo we won omunye smart saa o. Ba yen ye ha no otan doors so ube defend Africa. Hey, ube nu. There is this young lady, this young South African lady, okasa about Africa kekaniama esisi. Me invited in Power Revelations platform, so unfortunately, no na me met to quanti ye make say date na ye share no na de me Ghana anti me to me na anye we no na ye san reschedule ni san reschedule up to me no ka say on to me pon kasa biu wako extinct because yes sir do mo omudi bedi no they can say whatever they want to who they who is right e dey na betumi aye about this. About this. Edio, he saw the truth and the mythology, and instead of accepting it as the supreme truth, he rather changed it. The two yeni yesi yen change she. Okokota kuchechire nche yesi ho. Say yesi osua bro ye yetima ni yetim. Yesi yen change she nkrofo we hu no kure we wa accept it. Obe change no. He changed the names of the kings to Pharaoh. Pharaoh ahimfu Pharaoh for no enye Egypt na omo besi nde Egypt e America enye Africa omo te wokora aka so omo ya Africans na omo bu afu ane mo sorry mfi asase ne so e. Meanwhile it is in the Bible. The Egyptians you see today you see no more. Egypt, how many Africans are living there? Omo so omo nya Africans, so the place need that see Africa who yourself who protected this joke. Me, I am the devil in your eyes. Ubeko brunsam jim me come chiro. He changed the names of the places to Egypt. And he changed the name of the kings to what fits him. On Mesopotamia, Natibium, Kemet, on party, Egypt. Change him for the Nedin. And tis any anymore. Okay, fine. Say, see a wooden. Udinaho, a protect, can't the empty there. We are ready dinner wada. And when he was done, he saw that truth to us and said that as for us, we should take it as a supreme truth. The other day, me video be pan, I'm saying, yeah, I am so ashamed as a woman. Me show video na mama mo dey atu. Omo packing bani nyina kogu asori dan bi mu say because of marriage. Na binumu su. I'm like, yay. So the point here is that the idea of one supreme God came from the fact that there were many gods and many cultures. And you know, ono ankasa kan let us create man in our own image. I mean am kan. Ono ase come let us nti onim so onyo no nkwa no. Enye greed. Now, how do you change things like this? The statement that truth is one, came from the fact that there were many truths that were challenging others. So, to solve those arguments and chaos from different perspectives, a single perspective was formed and everyone was asked to swallow it. And here we are. Enuni ende omu gada abosum dia mu frɛ abosum omu frɛ nyame omu frɛ whatever omu gada ani nyina na baako tena omo apampam no so mu nyina mu ni akire aboa yen. And the father of this principle of one God, one truth, one everything is an Akabulan king who Abrofo renamed Pharaoh Akhenaten. Some say his descendants formed the present-day Ghana, and the original name is Akhenaten, which is a known name in Ghana. Akhenaten, ebi so say Akhenaten, almost say ono, and only this one fit God, one fit all. But so and then so no olidi ye ono no ma asa de we ba ya ye nim se na eje bi hye ne tuo se na etuo bi hye ne moto mu se na ebisi ne kon ho a ye nim se se ya hwehwe ma ye hu nukure yi a ye nya ye se freedom and justice ya de ye hu ye nya ye se Yesu ewu age ye nkwa ye nya ye se ya ye enlighten ya ye awakening ya ye ton haban ni all sort of ball. What are we doing about this? This is my question. But Obroni says no, I am different, but you are part of me. How? Ye na de bia ye depend on so. Obroni bia ni wono mo be kan kire say wo ankwa a me nkoda. Ye nya. Aden. Ono. O say o ye different no, but ye na ye part of them. Ye so yaje atum. Ye na ye betena sese nya. I'm not an African historian, so I won't talk about that part. What concerns me is the fact that this Akhenaten king realized the division as a result of having a multi-religious society. Having people with different gods and different social systems living in one place made it hard for him to rule, and his authority was threatened. Say na ya na yeko. So bi ehun se ade we dokonofo nyina we wa hanom no no opeso odi obi aso no ntumi afi na ode seye e de tutu obi am nti na efe be dane oku menye historian nti I'm not going to go deep. It doesn't mean I don't know. Anye me na me koka me di me lem o fili say ni kingdom no na ni kingship na ni rule no aye threatened by other people almost so sorry. So he and his wise men decided to create a one supreme God system of religion by making one God the boss of all the others. Shockingly, we believe this to this day. This brought about more confusion since one priest won't allow his God to vanish, so another God will take over. Because me jai bibia ma onfa eno ne yeti hu. And so there was war and confusion in Egypt. Enti Israel fo ena amokoto epokoko nim na Israel nyankopon ena Israel na Egyptians na we nyankopon be nie eyo obi ena na de afi wahu wan hwe ni ya, you waste your time. Doctor no about Revelations no ka Dr. Saba o se obon pa isa da Yesu beba no o mani ngire nchen kakra no hwe de we a obeya asofo na ansa na wafanako ono okohwe ade wo ho so. So from the conflict of many gods arose the idea of one God above all others. Because ono aka say come let us create man in our own image. O wie ye no hu say opeso odi omoso nti oyo omo anwa aka ni na mbro nsamfo no omo ma na omo create omo kind no unim so omo be sori atia. The idea of one God above all others, this was the beginning of academics and theologians called monotheism. This is where all these things started from. In this idea, all religious power was concentrated in one leader. Similar to how empires needed loyalty to a single king, monotheism, or believe in one God, demanded loyalty to one deity. This is it. Explain this to us. This concept wasn't just about faith. It was also about having a sense of order. Believing in one God meant there was one set of rules, one guiding truth, and one source of authority. Obiya be follow. The format inspires many cultures in Egypt. After Pharaoh Akhenaten tries to establish worship of one god through the sun disk known as Aten, that story was copied to form the Judaism concept of Yahweh, who later became the one God of Israel, rejecting the god pantheons of surrounding nations. Just like Kwame Nkrumah, a year independence now, all African leaders no copy your in the yen to me financially. The way are the whole thing. Into what are you worshiping and why are you fighting? Considering the damages are there we cause a media winning na shaping your life, your medical system, your educational system, making in a chile we. Ahana this whole thing is started a junior tire chile in an media maun. Until Miss Rew be brave one who brassia coins. Oh, your software. Oh, show we ya, Pauchodin ye. Because there be a God, neighbor, God now also no. A God bay. God of war, God of killer. This is why I kume shu or dasu kum. When I'm saying yandwe who other than we have a problem. Let's look at Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 4. There can I read? Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Other now be catch me. Mahama, oh he has be catch me so a president. Yenim. So a president. You don't need me to put up a dramatic, you know, I am choco drama queen. I am a drama doll, no, and my people are drama queens. You don't need me to come and tell you, say, this is Maame Grace. You see me, you see drama. No, this is me. I don't know God way. Or Catherine say, oh, Israel, the Lord, our God, the Lord is one. And why are you telling me this? Later, Theo, the one God system evolved into Christianity and Islam, where this idea expanded globally. That is one God for all humanity, not just one tribe. How? What this brought was a total change in generational history. I say, Bibia. Immediately, women lost most of the spiritual power they once had. And man, the end of time, uko kremu for sorry them omu to ho. Omo sese omo aboso for. Uko Christopher no so wa omo say man nye kom. Men ware mienu ware baako. U jadu no wu ye kura men ware, but omo twempena wo sumase e de ka ho. Sese e kura de omo aye no open omo agye mpena omo ebi atwempena wo wu mienu awo akire. Oba be celebrate wo marriage. Ada na wo mfa de a wo ne na wo mienu wo London so mba ne yehu. Hypocrite. Baby ayetini o. Baby ayetini enunie. Tumi ane wo mba mu nyina abeyirai. With men becoming the main leaders and figures of authority in religion. Won say yehu baby ayemfa. Won say ayedin. Mo be ka say na kremo wa mi say wo call ho no ayi call baby Arab country bebre pontu kwan dan tu bi so am question kra nye de. Wo ko hu so oba so akwadu ton. Omo yiri no mpo mu bie omo anim po no bie hu wo betimi. This shift led to a stronger focus on property ownership and social classes. Afi sikafoni be show off. Wa wo be brutal things no be show off. Where family structure began to reflect the organization of empires. Afi de obi esisi ne ho hene. Mahu baby edru. Enye the same thing na ekosi. Me na ma sorry so me na me say me na me we me say they are all occult grandmasters. Me na kind. 90% of them. What's the dear nyame na wosu? Ibisa. Wan baby ade we nyina afi bai. Nyame ko we pe na ye nyame ba basakoro na we kosi sen. Ji we ka ho e. Additionally, religion and politics became closely intertwined. Challenging the idea of one God was seen as questioning the king, which could lead to serious consequences. This part of history continues to influence our lives today. Meboa. I don't know say asama maki. I did explanation na ope. Many conflicts are still fought in the name of religion with different nations using divine approval to justify their actions. Nyame say, and God says, and Nyame say, Nyame say, Nyame say. Israel and Gaza, and yes, is so Gaza for no ye di Muslim ni jama Catholics so said ye. And a Hanamusu Israel for so omo kuma Jesus. And yes, so it's going on everywhere. Now see Nyame bay. Nyame bay, what Africa have friend Nyame so mbeko kuma. Israel ne jademu. Onko kun ho no mfa guns ne missiles ne nto ho. Adan na ye ade wo plain sight like ade ni nie ye se ye nhwe da ye ndwen ho amfiye ho mentumi nti ase. Tumi nti ase se bad se Nyame se na obeku obi a. Nyame se obi yi ne ho. Andre ya na omusi sojafo akwakoche guy bi o se ono so ye half Ghanaian no se hwan or what Scotland border no so wo baabi ono so si nyame se Africa fo ono na obeji Africa fo na Scotland fo omo akoso ano wo nyame creating all kinds of things nyame we say nyame ben. The history of religion isn't just about people's beliefs. It's also about how communities came together, how they established rules and leadership, and how they dealt with challenges and disagreements. It's about civilization, minia. That is religion. Abusia, I shared this so we may understand the forces that shaped our past and continue to shape our present. Adia aye yenya ni na yenya ya ma ye ho kwane esa regen sisi emprempren ayeti ye ni bie ya be ya yakoye nim 21st century. Ujina sorry dem mu sun se nyame mbre ukunu. Ha. It's so disgraceful. Religion is not just belief. It is survival, politics, and social order weaving together. Inti me nyo nwanwa se president bia e ba obekọ kremofo no wako we ho. It's okay, it's part. Esese okọ. So nimni oye kra esese okọ because ye part. They weave you together. That is why they separated our priests and chiefs from politics. So that don't to make you for so. To me, we need to have our chiefs in parliament as well. And you, but Obroni says we should ban our chiefs and priests from doing politics. Because some of the assassinate the show mushege purposes. No more priests in chiefs. Okay, dear. Right now. So they can implant their ideas into us without any trace of our ancestors challenging them. Into the priest for no munda. I him for no so munda. Kakra no maji o mopa we nyina afiri o munsem. No mo yi ahemfo na si nchen. O mo yi atame na ame e de yawo no so ya comot to tape. O mo yi o mo so si nchen. Let's look at this scripture. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9 reminds us. Let me read. What has been will be again. This is Ecclesiastes. What has been done will be done again. Ecclesiastes, oh, there is nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes. Baby Akhenaten de ade we start free ya wahu ene ewoma bedure say ye one god a enka Roman Catholic ba nka ebubu enka Pentecost ba na bi film e be sesedi. Who are we deceiving? Ade na ha ye say who are we deceiving? There is nothing new under the sun. Obi enfiri baby obehwe ama just won be rule osofo no si wo be rule over you. Ntina no oni hwe sese wa benye bibia na fu I say deshe okasa say heaven eba. The question for us is not only to understand these stages of religious civilizations, but to ask what kind of sacred system works. Bisahun, or does the world work for our kind? These are big questions you need to ask yourself. If you think you can come and treat this on Revelations platform, The platform is equally open 0244860092 abusia wahu ne ayete ho ne ayete hu ni adan ne yasoa we chechire nche wo yetiri so as if say bibi ba na we yese na we yese ne ya bu ye ho whilst we can look into this endura ya num ni nyina ya ye dan enduane ya ye edi ne aye sonson aye klemi aye kwa aye ba adie be important adie we ye yen. Is there anything like one fit all? Mija we nyina de ma mo amu nimdi amu akọ school doctor follow mo ndwin sa asem we hu. Sa Africa be fa ntoma pa afra. Na me ne umienu ye ma atimi atena omu fie adidi. A omu ndwane nko ba bi nkoto stress because wan kwa wunya adwuma mpo onye wokrom ha. The better for us. Mama ye me nimra for mo. Ye start sesi ya because all the portals are almost saying nyina amayen. And the ba ne sada and the movie na movie on to me cry by nyam ye nyina de ayemanium like papa ne be kan wo revelations platform no so no akasa mabrepo insem ni bi wo kwa che se wo ankasa wutie na wo deep because e bi wo kwa wunya kan plain platform no be tam e de akọ nti na ne aha nam do be si why yere wo hu obibini na dwen we hu so obesu a usu kakra no wagyae eto da misu anti usu a na eye makram